Alright, welcome back. V.O.C. YouTube channel, Miscellaneous Monday. Got a lot of hard-hitting topics to talk about. If you've read the title, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's jump right into it. Like I said, there's a lot of hard jumping, hitting topics, right, going on. Not really. I mean, let's be honest here. This is kind of where shit gets a little slow. Like, football is like demands everything. It's like big time. You know, that's why I did the video just by themselves on Tuesday and Thursdays. It's like I just want to go full in-depth football on those. And not like all the other sports. It's like, you know, like the Braves, baseball's over. Braves won. Told you that. Big brain. This guy's smart. I mean, I'm just a beast. We'll talk a little baseball later. NBA's started. I mean, lackluster. No one gives a shit, right? We'll talk about that a little later, too. College basketball started. I was going to talk about that last Monday. Had some shit happen in life, so I didn't. I'll talk about it a little bit later, too. If you're looking at me like, what the fuck are you wearing in life? Look, it starts snowing. Gets a little cold. Beanie season, okay? This is what I do. I rock beanies. I'm a Celtics fan. I get it. Look, not very good. We will be someday again. But you know what? I look like a little bum. No shave November. Got the stash going. Got the beanie on. I don't even put it over my ears. It's like a hipster thing, I think. I don't fucking know. Okay, look. Fuck, please. I am this style nowadays. Like, I am style. And I am what they call hipster. So, I mean, I live my life. Look, I look like a bum, but I don't give a fuck. You know what? You want to chirp me all day for what I look like? Go fuck yourself. You're the guy that got the problem, not me. I mean, come on. Alright, the first topic I'll talk about here. Look, it was the suitcase gate, right? I'd fucking lost my suitcase, had no clue where it was, freaking out. Talked about that last week. I found it. Like I said last week, it was either in my room still in my apartment here, right where I'm at right now, or it was inside the parking lot. I ran it over, someone stole it. Well, I get back Friday, come back up, Friday, open the door, it's right where I fucking left my suitcase. Right where I left it. Sitting right in my fucking room. The entire time it was here. Look, I'm a fucking idiot. I forget more shit than a 70-year-old with Alzheimer's. This fucking brain is mush sometimes. My brain was mush. Literally. My brain was mush when I left. I didn't even grab my fucking suitcase. This is how fucking wacky my brain works sometimes. I literally told myself before I left the room, I took the trash out and I came back in my entire walk back from the garbage can, which is not very far. I told myself, you have to grab the suitcase before you leave. It has like everything you fucking need in it, right? Well, clearly I fucking forgot it because my brain fucking doesn't work sometimes. Just how it is. Like I said, I forget more shit than a 70-year-old with Alzheimer's. It just fucking happens. This brain becomes mush. It was right in my room, right where I left it. Thank God. I would have lost everything. I would have lost a $40 electric toothbrush. When you're me, that's big time. A whole toiletry bag with everything in it, including my $40 toothbrush. One of the light bulbs for my light that I have here. Not cheap. And clothes. And clothes that I value, right? Like a pair of sweatpants I wear all the time because they're comfortable as fuck. Would have been gone. Would have been gone forever. But they're not. We're living life. Suitcase is intact. It was here. Thank God. If not, I mean, come on. Would have sucked. Alright, you see from the title of this video, Taylor Swift. You're going to be like, Caleb, this is a sports show. Why are you talking about Taylor Swift? Look, it's Miscellaneous Monday. I told you before, we're going to talk about anything. And clearly, T Swift has been dominating the airways. I can't open my phone. Like, I watch so much TikTok. I can't even go through fucking TikTok without seeing something about Taylor Swift, hearing her songs. Like, look, we get it. Taylor Swift dropped her new Red album, Taylor's version. Not my fault she did the worst fucking record contract of all time where she owns none of her music. Not my fault, Taylor. That was retarded. The dumbest thing I've ever heard is you're going to sit there and have everybody feel bad for you because you signed a terrible record deal? I don't care. I don't care. Look, I'm not a big T Swift fan. I could care less. But I got all these fucking people chirping on the social media platform like, oh, T Swift that, T Swift that. Really? Look, I'm a simple guy in life. I listen to old school music. A lot of the music today, I'm not a big fan of. I fucking literally hate it. Look, I wrote down some of my favorites here. Right? T Swift ain't the Stones, the Rolling Stones. She definitely ain't the Beach Boys. She ain't no Frank Sinatra. She ain't no 90s hip-hop. She ain't no Kanye. And look, for today's music, I prefer Dua Lipa over, because it's a Dua Lipa summer. Dua Lipa's fucking 1,000 times better than Taylor Swift. If you want to sit here and argue that, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about music. Fucking Taylor Swift, look, she's a fucking wannabe Carrie Underwood. Like, Carrie Underwood fucking paved the way for her. Dua Lipa paves her own way. Paves her own fucking path. She makes music with Elton John now because she's a great lyricist. She is a great musician. Taylor Swift, fucking knock off Carrie Underwood. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'll do country music now, I'll do pop. Get the fuck out of here, Taylor. Come on now. I mean, she's not even the best of her generation. That's why the video is she overrated. I could make an argument. She ain't Katy Perry. She ain't Beyonce. She ain't Adele. Like, come on. And now it's like everybody's like going crazy because like she had this one song on the album in like the Jake Gyllenhaal video. Who gives a fuck? Taylor Swift has made all her music about how she's got her heart broken in life, and she turns it around and makes that fucking guy look like the biggest dick ever. I'm not here for it. Not here for it, T Swift. You pave your own path. Not my fault you fucking act like your life's that miserable in your mansion, living your life. Come on. Come on, T Swift. Look, like I said, I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this because a lot of people fucking like Taylor Swift. Clearly, the internet has gone stupid over Taylor Swift shit. But I'm like, please? Are you kidding me? Like, can we get some real music in life? Like, we don't need to hear an album we've already heard before. And I'm not sitting here saying, like, oh, I'm completely hating on Taylor Swift. I mean, I've gotten down to some of her songs before. But it's like we're feeling bad for it. It's like, you signed a terrible record deal. It's like, not my fault that you didn't read the fine print and that you sold all your masters or whatever the fuck it is. Like... like the guy, I think it was Scooter Braun that did it, the guy's a fucking genius, big brain. Like, he's like, fuck it. And now it's like, you can go listen to Taylor's version, but majority of the time, the way the fucking apps work nowadays, you think you're going to Taylor's version, you're going to go to the original. So it's like, boom, big time. But I mean, look, I'm not sitting here to hate on T Swift, but I'm like, geez, I've seen too much fucking shit of it. It's like, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not my kind of music. It's just not what I like, but it's like, whatever, I guess. But I thought I'd talk about it because I'm like, I mean, because this show is not just a sports show, right? It's like, we'll talk about anything in life, and clearly T Swift is like killing the airways right now, and I'm like, yeah, it's Taylor Swift. I mean, whatever. Is she overrated? Yeah, I could make an argument that she is, and I will say she is, because like I said, she ain't Katy Perry. Katy Perry made some hits back in the day. She ain't Beyonce. Beyonce, fucking queen. And Adele, I don't even like Adele, makes better music. So, whatever. T Swift, knock off Carrie Underwood. Pretty much. Dua Lipa, trails her own path. Dua Lipa summer. You can hate all you want. It's the truth. Alright, now that we'll get into more, now we'll jump back into serious business of life. Like the first two topics, idiotic shit, the way this brain works, we'll talk about it. But, like I said last Monday, I was going to do, but the video is mainly going to be about college basketball. I have the top 3 title favorites. There's ties, so there's not just 3. Gonzaga is, right now, the overall favorite at plus 650 to win. Kansas and Michigan are tied for second with plus 900. Texas, UCLA, and Villanova are tied for third with 1,000, plus 1,000 to win the title. Look, college basketball is fun. It's way better than the NBA. I love watching it better than the NBA. But it's one of those things, it's like, I don't really care about it until, like, feeling up to the March Madness tournament, right? Like, getting ready for that. That is legendary. It's the greatest thing ever. Or until, like, football season's over. Because it's like, when college football's over, it's like, I need something to watch on a Saturday. There ain't nothing else on. I'm going to watch college basketball. It's like, it's one of those things, but it's like, sadly, until fucking football's over, you know, I'm not, like, completely going out of my way to watch basketball. No, I mean, I will. Like, Michigan State, I watched a lot of the games. I think they're very underrated this year. I think they're going to be pretty decent. And I always watch the first games, the Tuesday games, right, that ESPN did last week. Like, those are big games. I forgot to watch the Villanova-UCLA game because that's just how much I forget that, like, college basketball's on right now. I mean, and then, like, to look at the title, if you bet on college basketball championship right now, it is like you want to go into a knife fight with, like, O.J. Simpson. Like, it's one of the dumbest things ever because you're going to die. Like, you can think you know who's going to win this national title at the beginning of the year, but in college basketball, no shot. Like I said, you're literally grabbing your knife and going up to OJ and being like, let's get into this, brother. Dumbest thing I've ever thought of, right? It's like, fuck, why would you ever do that? It's OJ fucking Simpson. Come on. Like, that is like what betting on the national champion for college basketball is like. It's like, you have no fucking clue. It could be a team you've never fucking heard of before. Or it could be a team you've heard of, but it's like nobody's thinking they're going to win it. It happens, right? It's like, not a lot of people thought Baylor had won the title last year, and it happened. Everybody thought Gonzaga. So it's like, look at how it goes. It's like wrong. It's like I said, it's not very logical. It's like walking through the depths of hell in a knife fight versus O.J. Simpson. It's impossible. It's like you're going to die. It's like the dumbest thing ever. I don't get why people do it. I mean, whatever. I mean, you want to try to look like a smart guy, don't bet on it until March Madness, is the way I look at it. I mean, come on. All right, other headlines going around in sports. Like I said, it's kind of a slow week. We're brewing up to a lot of stuff in life, just doing a lot of crazy stuff. This first topic I will talk about here could be very big eventually as kind of the winter goes on and the off season for Major League Baseball kind of, has started but really gets going. The Major League Baseball could be headed towards a lockout. I don't know a lot of the grave details. I really haven't looked at a lot of the grave details because, look, it's one of those things that a lockout is, there's so much shit that could happen and potentially could happen that we don't really understand because a lot of it's just a lot of logistical shit that we don't know. I think it's like early December. I think like December 1st from what I'm reading right now. It will shut down the sport completely, right? Like that's what a lockout does, right? So now they're talking about, usually we've seen in the past, the last few years, like free agents, big name free agents have waited months and months and like sometimes weeks before spring training to sign. That is why I want to talk about this, bring this up now. It's like free agents now are probably going to sign a little bit quicker than before. So they might sign before December 1st. But it's only a month away. It's not even a month away. It's less than a month away, right? A few weeks away. So we could be having all this shit happening in Major League Baseball so fast compared to when it usually happens that, I mean, this could change the sport because it's like, okay, you have all these people signed, go to all these new teams with a lot of these pending big-time free agents, and then, boom, it just shuts down. I mean, that is just kind of how big that this is right now, that the sport forever could be changed because of them not getting a collective bargaining agreement. I don't know what the details of it are, if they are going to get one or if they're not, but if they do go into a lockout, a lot of shit is going to happen really fast, and that, I think, is a chance for baseball to kind of capture some ratings and capture some people. It's like if there's a lot of shit that happens in a short amount of time, usually you have the winter meetings for baseball. It's kind of like, it's like a 3-4 day event. Literally everybody in baseball goes to one location. They always change it up every year. MLB Network's there. All 30 teams have representatives from there. That's where they do a lot of trade talks, where they do a lot of free agent talks. That's where players, managers, GMs, president of baseball operations, owners, it's where they do like all their interviews for the year. It's really big. It's usually about January, February, around that time. It's like where they do the Hall of Fame announcements for like the special committees and shit like that. So like a lot of shit happens, and it's like we could right now in the next 3 weeks see a lot of stuff happening in Major League Baseball. And that's why I wanted to talk about it right now, because it's like it's going to go, you know. And I'll get more depth into like free agents and stuff as the time goes on, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to move and will be moving. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Lastly, I'll talk about 2 NBA things here. Look, the NBA is going on right now. Like I said, people don't really give a shit about the NBA. It's one of those things where people don't really watch. My nose itches. No, I don't do coke. I'm not a big fan. Never will do it. Come on. Is where we don't watch till Christmas Day, or at least I don't really watch till Christmas Day. And then I don't give a shit till about the All-Star break, right? Like, the All-Star game is like the biggest thing ever. It's electric. All-Star weekend. Slam dunk contest has not been as good as it usually has been in years past. But you get that sense for that. And then you really start watching the NBA playoff push to the playoffs, right? Like, the NBA really has 3 or 4 phases. It's not like a season where you watch all year long. And it's kind of dumb to sit here and be like, make dumb predictions of like, oh, you know, this guy's going to win now and pull a screaming A for the NBA. It's like, you know, right now we've been not even a month into the year, and this is the best team in the NBA, right? It's like, that shit's stupid. Like, what? But LeBron James is still out, but he could return soon. The Lakers have kind of been struggling, trying to figure out their identity. They don't have anything other than LeBron James, even though they have Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. LeBron is that team. As old as he is, LeBron is still that team. That could be a struggle for the Lakers moving forward. And then I wanted to highlight a rookie here. I know I talked about, I think Jalen Green's going to win Rookie of the Year for the Rockets, but I really like Scotty Barnes coming out of Florida State last year. He was probably the best player on Florida State's roster, but he was their 6th man. Like, he was just a guy that he was so valuable to that team. They were like, yeah, you're going to play 6-man for us, right? He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He went 4th overall to the Toronto Raptors. He's going to be a force to reckon with for a long time in the NBA. Right now, after the first few weeks, he's averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. I think Scotty Barnes is one of those guys where we look at and go, even though he's picked 4th, he's going to be like a surprise. Like, whoa, like we didn't see that coming. You always have that one guy where it's like, and this is how crazy the NBA draft works. It's like you could be drafted 4th and like you're a surprise to people. It's like, that's just how crazy, and that just shows how hard it is to draft in the NBA. It's like you don't know about some of these guys. You draft a guy 4th and it's like, to the media or to the league, it's like, well, that's a little bit of a surprise. Very good player and potentially will be very good in this league for a long time. So I just wanted to highlight him. But that's going to do it for today's show, Miscellaneous Monday. Look, I didn't fully talk about sports. It's going to happen sometimes. I don't give a fuck, okay? My channel, my show. I mean, that's how it runs. That's how I run my life. Do whatever the fuck I want, when I want. Just big dick swinging around here.